It's the championship match here in Orlando, Florida. Instinct versus Classic. Instinct sitting on top, 5-1. We're going now to game number 7. Team Slayer on Construct. And Scott, this year we've added camo to the map, and it's a completely different game type.
Yeah, because the camo, it could really help break the top setup. All you have to do is move up gold, but you have to be patient with it. You don't want to be too aggressive.
All right, and we're going to open up this game with a player who likes to consider himself Dr. Construct. That's Ghost Ayami from Classic. They just capped 3 flags in about 1:30 on Heretic to win game number 6. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going into game number 7. And great shots from Ghost to pick up the first kill of the game on Elmite Warrior.
Oh, one shot. Nice. Watch Open Curious. Open Curious, yep. Open Curious, Eric.
Nice. Top goal. One shot clap. One shot and Open Curious.
Oh, no soup for you, Ghost.
Keep that. Keep watching me. Yeah.
Kyle, watch street. Up C3, Kyle.
Oh, no soup for you, Soldier.
So Soldier 187 blowing himself up with rockets. Sundance loves the rockets. 8-3. Great start here from Classic. They had top control, but now you see as Instinct is pushing hard through that sword lobby.
And you're going to see that a lot from this Classic squad. Ghost Ayami loves to take control of the lobby, and then what he does after that is he runs the street and keeps cycling through from rocket to street.
And Ghost unable to finish the kill on Lunchbox. Great escape by Lunch. 10-9. Instinct right back in this one. And now you see all of Classic sitting down low. I think they're going to play this patient, guys, and just wait for that camo. And we actually have Soldier 187 lifting up back gold. He's getting shot in the back. That's an easy death. Can't give up many of those guys. But it looks like Classic not going to be that patient. They're going to look to catch Instinct off guard, catch him sleeping.
They're trading kills doing that. It's not working out for them right now. I think maybe they thought that Instinct would assume that they were going to wait down there for that camo. But the push right now is, I mean, we're still tied, so it wasn't a failure, but not what they were hoping for.
And actually, Sundance, though, they did take over lobby here, so fantastic, I guess, selfless play here out of the team. They're giving up a few deaths, but they know that their teammates have their back. They're able to clear out both purples. Now they have control of the sword as you see Ghost Ayami go back there, but they do have to be very careful. You cannot let Cloud or Elmite Warrior get the camo on this map. I was watching them earlier today, and those guys are some of the sneakiest beavers on Construct.
Yeah, I especially, you see, okay, so camo's up.
And a perfect spawn for Chig.
Tizoxic's got it.
Tizoxic's got it.
See, again, he looks like he's going sword leg, which is the other sneaky route up. We talked about this because people are always going to look for the lifts, especially if there's nobody sitting back sword watching those purples. Tizoxic using this very well, trying to spot these opponents.
And I have to give huge props to Tizoxic and Chig. Earlier I was saying Cloud and Elmite were incredible with being sneaky on this map, but these guys were the difference makers when they were playing Carbon earlier in the losers bracket. It was game 5, or earlier in the winners bracket earlier this tournament. It was game 5. They had 3 of the 4 camos, and it was Chig and Tizoxic combining for about 25 kills in that game.
So, okay, so you see Tizoxic had that camo. He got a couple of kills. It's still 20-20. Scott, is that a failure? Is that having that camo and not getting yourself a few kills unanswered, is that considered a failure, or is it just good that they're still in this?
It's good that they're still in it because they still have control of the top, or at least halfway through it. But I'm surprised that Tizoxic didn't drop down and pick up the sniper that just spawned at 12:26. For me, if I was in that position and I had camo, I would want to have the sniper because then they wouldn't see me and I could line up my shot.
Well, when didn't you want to have the sniper, Scott? I mean, come on, that was your thing. But again, I think sometimes, Classic right now, they got a 4-kill lead, so obviously things are working for them a little bit. But I think sometimes you talk about not wanting somebody who's got, a camo or an overshield to go for the power weapon as well, because then they become the only real target that the other team has to key in on. Right now, though, it's 7-kill lead for Classic.
And I'll tell you why, Sundance. It's because Soldier 187 got the rockets, cleared out the purples, and cleared off the top. But now we're seeing as Instinct is pushing back gold, and they're pushing hard on this open side. But those rockets were really the difference maker in that spread.
And I'll tell you what, that's why I love the addition of camo to this map over Overshield, because now you have the rockets, which can be a huge game changer. You have the sniper, which can be a huge game changer. And you have the camo, which if used properly can be a huge game changer. How many times have we seen Overshield just go to waste on this map, and the other team just keys in on the guy and takes him out?
And Lunchbox just clutched it there, stopping Tizoxic from burning that camo, staying alive, and now he's got it to work with. and Lunchbox charging right up gold. Maybe he knew lots of members of Classic were dead, but this is a risky move. Remember, you have 60 seconds of camo on that map, and Scott, if used properly, you can rack up a huge amount of kills.
Oh, definitely you can, but the thing about the camo is once you get control, this is your time to roam. You don't want to sit still with it. You want to cover as much ground as humanly possible to get those kills.
The other thing there that I'll point out is that it's also not necessarily the best idea to run right next to your teammate because if he takes fire, you're right there. If there's a grenade that's aimed at him, you're going to be exposed. A little aggressive right there, but I'm not a pro player. Obviously, I'm not out there. I'm not good enough, but you got to question that occasionally because maybe if you use it a little bit more intelligently, you key your team and allow you to get a few more kills if you play the team game a little bit different.
And if we could go back over to Classic, I'd love to watch this squad. So far in the game, they have done a much better job of controlling the power weapons and the power-ups. And Ghost Ayami, Dr. Construct, heating it up just like he has the last 2 Construct games we've seen. He is on a killing spree. They're now up 41 to 33, 9 kills away for Classic. You're at 16 kills here for Instinct. Soldier 187 already with 14 kills, and then it looks like you have Tizoxic and Ghost right behind him with 11 each. We're watching Chig as he's moving back Sword to try and help out his teammates in the lobby.
I don't know where he went. Stay alive.
And Cloud was one shot that whole time, and look how much damage he did to Chig's shield.
Still just a 5-kill lead here. Now 6.
Chig moving in to clean up the kill now, pushing through the lobby. He's got all 4 of his teammates there. They're just going to be looking to lock down the purples, but they got to look out. 2 members from Instinct came up the open side. We have one of the players from Classic dropping down low, and it looks like they're going for this camo, but is giving up the top. Could they possibly lose this game right here?
I don't think so, Chris. I mean, you have the Rockets that just came up, but they'll be focused on the Rockets and not worrying about the camo guy right now, because that's what I would do. You would rather have the power weapon than worry about the power up.
All right, well, Cloud has a killing spree. Elmite Warrior has the Rockets in lobby. He's watching backsword. He has no idea that Tizoxic is right behind him, and this could be huge for Tizoxic. He's unable to finish the kill. Elmite stays alive, but keep in mind, guys, we have Classic just 2 kills away. Chig's going to pick up number 49 on R1, and Soldier's got 50 in his eyes.
Tizoxic finished it.
There we go, 50-44, Classic staying alive. And taking a look at the stats here, Soldier 187 going +1 with the most kills in the game, 17. Lunchbox matches that with 17 for Instinct. And, of course, Cloud having the best game of all 8 players with +6.
You see a lot of balance right there, a lot of assists for both sides. Again, the difference right at the end there, the camo, a few things going, Classic's way, and that proves to be the difference because that game was an evenly played game right up until the very end, and then Classic just pulls it out in the end.
And I have to say, this is the first game of the entire tournament that I've seen Instinct play a little bit sloppy. They're going to have to get back together and just finish this tournament strong. They're just 1 game away from becoming the Orlando champions. We'll see if they can do it here, guys. We're moving on to game number 8. It's Guardian Oddball.